Okay, and we're live again. We're back here with another episode on Don Tesla Pod. I'm Mangus Siafa, and we got Getz and Will with us.
Per usual.
Okay.
And not Emmanuel's cousin and friends?
No. No, Emmanuel's cousin. Yes, that's... Wait, oh, yeah. So, let's get right into business. This is a breaking news that just happened, came out. So, you know, with the Washington Redskins, like all this drama is happening, this came out with 15 women who previously worked for the Washington NFL team has alleged sexual harassment and verbal abuse by former scouts and members of Dan Snyder's inner circles. And some members include the former direction of pro personnel, former assistant director of pro personnel, former broadcaster and senior VP, former president of business ops, and former COO. So this is kind of rough. Last time is like, I remember the last thing that happened, like I remember like when this happened with the Mavericks, when all this sexual harassment allegation came out and Mark Cuban was under a lot of heat. But so what do you guys thoughts about this?
They have to look into it and they have to take it very seriously. The Redskins is just a very poor organization, and I think this just goes to show that even more. Especially at the moment with like the name changes and what they need to do. They need to get everything under control as soon as possible.
Yeah. But it's kind of looking bad for Dan Snyder because like the NFL already came out with a statement saying how let me check, what was it? The NFL came out saying these matters as reported are serious, disturbing, and contrary to the NFL values. Everyone in the NFL has a right to work in an environment free from any and all forms of harassment. Washington has engaged outside counsel to conduct a thorough investigation into these allegations. But Dan Snyder still haven't came out with his own statement. The coach in the NFL came out with a statement, but not even the owner of the team. So it's kind of looking bad for Dan Snyder right now. And also, like all these minority owners are thinking about selling their rights to their team. So it's not looking good for Washington.
Am I gonna talk or Getz?
Sorry, I was eating something real quick. Yeah, Dan Snyder's just running the team into the ground. He's one of the worst owners in American sports, I'd say.
But no one's worse
Against
than
sports.
worse than the Knicks owner. What's the guy's name is?
James Dolan.
James Dolan. I hate that guy. He's sucking left nut. So, and also another news. Well, you know, as you guys know, Washington's trying to change their name, and they say they're going to change. They're like, seems like a month.
Yo, Manny, your mic's like bugging a little bit.
Good.
Yeah, I think it's good now.
Okay, so they was trying to change their name, but like all the names that has been suggested to them has all of them had trademark problems, like Red Wolves, Try, Red Tails, Monuments, Veterans, Renegade, Braves, Freedom Fighters, Freedom, Warhawks, Red Tails, Red-tailed Hawks, and Potomacs. So all the nicknames they want to use all have trademarks problems, so they gotta solve that out. So you guys think they're gonna go with a different, way? You think they're just gonna call it FC just for a football club and just wait for them to change it next year?
I don't know. You're the Washington Redskins. You got a lot of money, you know. Pay some money for the trademark or whatnot. But you know, if they did take that, you know, kind of gap year where they were just Washington FC, that will work. But their fan base might not be too pleased with it. You know, just one season of New Jerseys and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they should definitely pay for the trademark. They have so much money, and I don't think it would be good for a football team to be like the Washington Football Club instead of like an actual team name, because that's more of like a soccer, like a worldwide thing, I guess you could say.
Yeah. But in other news, so as you guys know, Madden just came out with their new ratings, and there's currently 5 players in the 99 overall club. Aaron Darnold, Chris McCaffrey, Patrick Mahomes, Stephon Gilmore, and this just got released, Michael Thomas.
Which ones do you think are controversial there? Will?
Michael Thomas and Stephon Gilmore.
I think Stephon Gilmore's earned it. Yeah, I don't think Michael Thomas should be. He gets those 5-yard slants and 5-yard curls and racks up receptions. But
yeah, if you saw his stat line last year, you would have been like,
he's playing with the best QB in the
exactly.
And there's just better wide receivers than him, so they would have to be 99.
Julio,
right.
I'll give him a 95, but not.
Yeah, I give him in the 90s, but
I don't really see any wide receiver right now that's deserves a 99 right now.
Yeah,
no, I don't.
I don't. The Rams were just quiet as a team in general last year, but what did Aaron Donald do?
I don't know why. So in the Mad ratings, the Bosa brothers is not top 10 in the ratings for the pass rushers. They got Chris Jones, Myles Garret, Chandler Jones.
Myles Garret, man, didn't even play half the season.
Fletcher Cox.
Exactly the same with J.J. Watt. He's a 98, and he played how many games?
Yeah, he does not. Honestly, J.J. Watt should be a 93 overall. He's always injured. And he's 30 years old. And Khalil Mack, the Bears didn't even make the playoffs this year.
Then I saw the same thing with the safeties. I saw Minkah Fitzpatrick wasn't top 10. Harrison Smith was 1, and Tyrann Mathieu was 2. That's oh my gosh.
Alvin Cook's a 91. Saquon's a 91. Aaron Jones a 90. Tom Brady's a 90.
The cornerback ratings were so weird. Darius Slay was an 88 and the 8th best corner. And some of the names
was Marshawn Lattimore even up there?
No, he wasn't on the list.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But for the rookie ratings, I think they did pretty solid right here. Henry Ruggs III, 76. Jeff Okudah, 76. Joe Burrow, 76.
It's hard to rate the rookies, but
I don't know why they give Henry Ruggs a higher overall than CeeDee Lamb, even though CeeDee Lamb's the better wide receiver.
Well, probably just because he got drafted ahead of him.
Yeah.
But we all know that he was the better talent. It was CeeDee Lamb and Jerry
You don't know that. I mean, Henry Ruggs isn't going to do well because the quarterback is either going to be Marcus Mariota or Derek Carr, so he doesn't have a chance anyway, but he may very well be the better receiver.
Yeah, but I'm just saying Jerry G should have been higher than Henry Ruggs. The only reason why Jalen
Lamb. No. What's Jalen Reagor?
Jalen Reagor, 73 overall.
That's generous.
But speaking of Henry Ruggs, he's the second fastest person in the whole in Madden right now, 98 speed.
And Tyreek Hill's first.
Who's first?
Tyreek Hill.
Oh. Did get mossed by a high schooler though, but whatever.
Oh yeah.
Madden's got to take off some of that jumping or whatnot.
No, Kyler Murray's a 77.
That's crazy.
That's a little. I thought you'd be Kyler Murray. He's a 77. Basically the same overall he was last year.
That's messed up.
He should be above Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield's at 78, but Kyler Murray's 77. I think he should be at least at 80. That's
Baker Mayfield is just
so garbage.
So
terrible.
Bad. Bad.
He's from Oklahoma University too. That makes it worse.
Yeah, Oklahoma University. That where all the garbage cans are born and raised. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Except for Kyler Murray. Except for my guy Kyler Murray.
Oh
yeah, Kyler Murray. I forgot about I forgot he went to Oklahoma. And then Dak Prescott, Carson Wentz, both 84s.
Wentz is an
Carson
84,
Wentz is just better.
Carson Wentz deserves to be an 86 in my opinion.
and Dak Prescott deserves that 84, I'd say.
Yeah.
But I think
Matt-
Wentz was like an 84 last year or an 86 or something.
Matt Ryan's at 87.
How? He started the season 1 for 9.
Josh Jacobs at 88. So they gave Josh Jacobs at 88, but doesn't give Kyler Murray a higher rating.
Right.
What's Miles Sanders? I don't know if that's like,
I'm pretty sure he's not here yet.
jeez,
They give Melvin Gordon 84. I think he should be a little bit
lower.
lower, yeah, definitely be lower. Philip Lindsay's better. They haven't came out with Philip Lindsay's yet.
Philip Lindsay.
I think Saquon should have been higher. Dalvin Cook should have been higher. Ezekiel Elliott is good, 92. Nick Chubb's good, 92. Derrick Henry definitely should have been higher. Looking through all these names. And that's pretty much it for right now. Don't really see nothing too wrong with this besides – oh, yeah. And, yeah, they gave Lamar Jackson a 94, and he's the fastest QB in the whole entire Madden.
Here we go again with Lamar Jackson being cheese. Didn't he have 96 speed last year?
Yep, that's the same speed he has right now.
Can't wait.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and gave Myles Garret a 93. And speaking of Myles Garret, just got signed to a historic contract, $100 million guaranteed, the first defensive player in history to get that contract. You think he deserves? Let me see. Yeah, it's 5 years, $125 million extension. Think he deserves the money?
He's not a good guy at all, but he can play football, and edge rushers are so important. I feel like, it's guys that protect the quarterback, and guys that rush the quarterback. And I would just had a few character concerns, but I guess that doesn't matter to the Browns. I mean, they do have a few questionable guys in their locker room. Right. Yeah. But
Kareem Hunt too. Don't forget about him.
yeah, he definitely has the talent for it.
Oh yeah, Myles Garrett is a beast on the field, but I mean, you saw what he did to what's his name, Mason Rudolph. That explains a lot about his character right there. So
Yeah. That Mason Rudolph, he's a good person. He's from Oklahoma State. And so
They were just mad at the end of that Steelers game that the Browns were losing another game, which they should have won, which was the theme of all of last season.
Remember when the Browns were supposed to be the team to go to the Super Bowl, and then the first game lost to the Titans, by
bandwagon team.
20
That was supposed to be the bandwagon team last year, but they were horrible.
Mm-hmm. Awful.
And David Njoku still wants out. That's gonna be rough for them.
I'm saying Baker Mayfield gotta do something. If they don't win, if they're not in the playoffs, they should just look for a new quarterback.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
If they're already out of the playoff race, they should. If they're already out of the playoff race, they should be like, "Hey, we're done this season. Tank for Trevor Lawrence."
Tank for Trevor,
That.
But with Myles
The
Garrett,
Jaguars are about to go 0-16 though, so they're getting Trevor.
so with
That's
Myles
the thing about the NFL too. They're like the only league that doesn't have a draft lottery. No. MLB doesn't either. But prospects are all hit and miss, and they take 3-4 years until they're in the majors. But they don't have a draft lottery, but their draft is still super competitive, and you don't really see that bad of tanking, I think the draft lottery is just stupid. And
I heard this idea suggests people talk about how the NBA should just have a play-on tournament for the picks, and whoever wins the tournament gets the number one pick. For all the eliminated
I would just
teams.
go with the record, the worst team get the pick. Fine.
But that will just help tanking a lot. If you get They're just going to try to lose more games and see who gets it. I kind of like it how they have the new system now. Like, you saw how, like, the Pelicans were supposed to get, like, the 8th pick, and they come out of nowhere getting the first pick overall.
Yeah, because they rig it. I'm a draft lottery conspiracy theorist.
Oh, yeah, like how the
They
Cavs
knew
how
if we give the Pelicans Zion, they're gonna have a new idea. They're gonna try to go young. They're gonna try to build. So then they'll give the Lakers AD. They planned it out. And I would have only been thinking one step ahead, but they were playing like 8D chess. I would have only been like Zion to the Knicks because that's just fantastic. But they were playing 8D chess.
Yeah.
DP chess. So you're saying they rigged the NBA for LeBron is what you're saying because he needs it that bad.
They rigged it for themselves because they want like television ratings and stuff. They know it's good for the league for the Lakers to be good.
Dude, if they rigged the NBA, if they rigged LeBron, like you just said, if they rigged his team, if they're giving him what he wants.
There's just so many sus NBA lotteries. Like
when the Cavs won like 3 years in a row after LeBron
Right.
left.
And
Or, I know, like 3 years straight, the same order. Like Sixers in 1 pick, second pick is the Lakers, third pick is the Celtics. 3 years straight.
and Derrick Rose, the Bulls were like the 14th worst team, and they had like a 0.1% chance to land the first pick. Oh, they land the kid from Chicago. Unbelievable.
Yeah, and then you saw with the first draft lottery when the Knicks won the first draft lottery.
Yeah.
That was rigged. Like, where else?
Takes
And
away
how
from LeBron's achievements then, doesn't it?
in the Timberwolves
Wouldn't
got
It's not him doing it though.
No, but him going to LeBron's team, wouldn't that like
well, the thing is,
take away the achievements a little bit because if LeBron if he's not winning the rings on his own.
Oh, yeah, because because the Lakers had the 4th pick, and that's right after they got the 4th pick, they traded away for Anthony Davis. So that kind of makes it a little questionable right there. I'll be kind of mad because I was like watching the draft lottery. I saw like how the Lakers was about to get the number one, was about to get a top 3 pick. I'm like, if the Lakers get a top 3 pick in this upcoming draft, that'd be kind of sus for the NBA. Like they could have just drafted John Morant or Zion with the top 3 pick.
Nah, LeBron doesn't have time to wait around. So they traded their pick for somebody who's already proven, like Anthony Davis.
Mm-hmm. But right now, it's working out for both teams right now. Like I was trying to say before we switched to the NBA. Like I was trying to say, so Myles Garret, Chris McCaffrey, and Patrick Mahomes all have big contract with Chris McCaffrey getting 4 years, $64 million. Patrick Mahomes getting 10 years, $450 million. All from the same draft class. Myles Garret, number 1 pick, 8th pick, Chris McCaffrey, and 10th pick, Patrick Mahomes. Deshaun Watson still hasn't got his contract yet. But looking back to his 2017 draft class, you think this is going to be a really good draft class in the future?
Yeah, for sure. It already is. Patrick Mahomes is one of the best, if not the best, quarterbacks in the league today. Christian McCaffrey is the best running back in the league today.
Patrick Mahomes could break every record in the book. So.
Yeah, exactly. Myles Garrett also, he's a top 5 edge rusher.
I'm trying to think of other fools that came out of this draft. 2017, right?
It was who's the other quarterback that year? Oh, it was Trubisky, wasn't it? It was Trubisky.
Yeah.
Came out of that year.
Yeah, it was like the 2nd pick overall.
Yeah, he was, and they traded up for it too. It was so bad.
What was someone even going to draft him that early? Or
Jamal Adams, Leonard Fournette.
Oh, it was Jamal Adams.
Marshawn Lattimore.
Really good draft class.
Marion Humphrey.
Was Derrick Henry also in that draft class, or was it like the year? Was it?
Derrick? No. Derrick Henry was a few years before that. I feel like
2 years.
Tre'Davious Watt, T.J. Watt, Tre'Davious White, T.J. Watt.
Man, that is
Dalvin Cook. What?
Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, wasn't it?
He feels like he's been in the league way longer than that.
Yeah.
He's a second-round selection. Juju Smith, Alvin Kamara.
Yeah,
Alvin Kamara. Kareem Hunt. Chris Godwin.
This draft class is looking like a really historic draft class. Elite.
James Conner, Eddie Jackson. George Kittle in the 5th round.
And 2017 draft class.
And Eagles legend, Nathan Gary.
So, like you guys were talking about Patrick Mahomes with his contract, this is a video I saw on TikTok that I found really interesting. Follow us on TikTok, Don't Test the Pod.
I started playing quarterback junior year of high school. That's when I really started playing quarterback until now, which is, I think, 6 years. You've only been playing quarterback 6 years? I started playing my junior year of high school. I was playing safety. I was playing safety, a little bit of quarterback, yeah. So I literally – I didn't understand how to read defenses until like halfway through last year. I understood coverages, but how to be able to pick up little tendencies defenses do, stuff that Brady and them have done that they know it and they just do it.
Second nature.
I was just playing. And stuff was just And then this year I could actually recognize more and more stuff. And I think the more experience and the more I learn, then I'll be able to go out there and call plays and do that different stuff because I've seen it, and I still think there's a long way for me to go there, and that's where mentally I think I can get better. Physically, I feel like I've done a lot of stuff. I always work on the fundamentals and doing that stuff, but I think mentally I can still take my game to a whole nother level.
That's crazy because that's the kind of stuff that's how you last in the league for 15 to 20 years. You know, you could be athletic, you could have a good arm, but eventually that stuff starts to go. The stuff that keeps you around is just, you know, being able to read coverages, make adjustments at the line, all that good stuff.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting to hear like Patrick Mahomes saying like he wasn't able to read defense until like last year throughout half the season. Like that was like 2018 when he won MVP. So
imagine how good he can be.
Yeah.
Now that he knows.
If he can stay healthy, like he can be the greatest of all time. So that was really interesting to watch. And like we was talking about with NFL players getting signed, Derrick Henry just got a contract. His contract was worth, let me see where I think, what was it? He got landed a 4-year contract. Can't find the details of the cost, but landed a 4-year contract after getting franchise tag. So, what are your guys' thoughts on that?
Running back is always a position where you're skeptical to pay them because it's such a high-risk position. There's very few running backs that I would pay. Like, Dallas has had a few guys go through, like the Murray guy that ended up coming to the Eagles. They said, it's just not worth it for us because, you know, you're a product of our offensive line. And, you know, a lot of other guys can do your job. But Derrick Henry, that being said, is one of the few guys I would pay because as a running back, he put his team on his back in the playoffs and got them through 2 rounds to the conference championship.
Beat the Patriots, beat Lamar Jackson, the Baltimore Ravens.
No, the Titans weren't in the conference championship. They lost to the
They were.
Not in the conference.
Yes, they were. They was playing against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Beat the Patriots and then they beat the Ravens.
Oh, you're right. I thought who did the Texans lost?
The Texans lost the round before to the Chiefs. Yeah.
Okay.
24 to 0 lead.
What was the score for the Chiefs Titans? I forget where I watched that.
It wasn't too close. I feel like the Titans were just out of reach. The Titans are the kind of team that, like, if you get them down double 2 scores, like, I feel like they're not explosive enough to get that back. But if you get the Chiefs down 2 scores, you don't even feel safe yet.
I think like the
Texans.
I think they had like a 2-touchdown lead in like till like the 3rd quarter, and then like the Chiefs came back like they always did through that whole entire playoff run.
Yeah.
So but he's definitely a running back that deserves that contract. Like
Him,
I was.
McCaffrey, and Saquon are
Yeah, I
Three.
wouldn't have even paid Zeke. Like,
yeah.
Oh, in recent news, Ezekiel Elliott is getting mad for people saying that he's not as good as other running backs.
I mean,
Well, he has-
that's gonna happen. Like you're gonna hear trash talk from the fans and Twitter because if you're in the NFL, you're always gonna hear trash talk. So I don't know why he's just complaining about it now.
you're
And
on
he's
the
not.
most loved but also the most hated team in America. So you got to deal with both sides. The thing about Zeke is he has a low work ethic. He's has off the field problems. I just wouldn't have paid him. And that the Cowboys offensive line has been so good since the day that he came into the NFL. You know,
You don't even know if he's
Yeah.
that good.
Is it Zeke or could other people do this job?
Right.
Like you said earlier, like running backs are just a product of the offensive line. So
Most of the time.
DeMarco Murray, when he came to the Eagles, they had most of the same offensive line, I'd say, but he still just couldn't like just get it done for the Eagles. I don't know why. Oh no, it was something about the plays. It was I think DeMarco Murray was better on the like running up the gut, and then
Right, and Chip Kelly at the time
He
always wanted to
loved-
do like around the outside. Like that's not DeMarco Murray's game.
yeah. But Zeke is just I don't know. If you gave him the worst offensive line last year was the Houston Texans. So I'd say if you put Zeke on the Texans, he wouldn't be nearly as good as he is.
Yeah.
Because the Cowboys have one of the best, if not
I
the
thought the
best.
worst offensive line is like Seattle and the Arizona.
Seattle's pretty bad, but you don't like Deshaun Watson. I think takes like the most sacks per year, but Russell Wilson just gets
it's
away
Kyle
from
Murray
him
and Russell Wilson with no
Oh,
sacks.
okay. Well, Russell Wilson is just an unbelievable quarterback talent, so he
Yeah.
overcomes sometimes. You know, Russell Wilson has never had a losing record. Never.
And he was in the league since
Not one season.
Since when? 2011, 9, something like
Yeah,
that.
2011, 12.
Let me look this up. Well,
It's
Russell.
insane.
I got it. 2012, third round pick.
Wow.
7-time Pro Bowler since 2012. And
So, did he miss his rookie year?
no, he started his rookie year.
No, I mean, did he miss the
Playoffs.
Pro Bowl? Miss the Pro Bowl
Oh,
his rookie year.
Oh no, 2016.
Jeez.
Yeah, so he didn't even miss his rookie year. That's kind of crazy.
wow.
That is
Well, in
crazy.
other news, JJ Watt came out with a little, like, what was like a little. He came out with a little note saying how like thoughts of the NFLPA wants to do. They want to play. We want to play as safe as possible. We have not received a single valid IDR plan, infection disease emergency response from any team or the league. We don't know if there's a preseason games or not. We don't know if there will be daily testing, semi-daily testing. We don't know how a potential positive COVID test will affect contracts, roster spots. Nothing has been agreed upon regarding what training camps actually looks like and how the ramp up period will work, and we want to play. That's what he all said in a tweet. So what are you guys' thoughts on that?
The NFL still has time, you know. Their actual season wouldn't have even started, whereas the other leagues, they're like, we got to get this in before we're way past the start of our season. But I think it's so tough. You know, you got to make sure all your bases are covered. And that's on both sides. That's on the players association and that's on the owners and the league management too. So
Could you repeat one of the things JJ Watt said? Like I was just like lost. I was like processing all of it.
So he said that they want to play. They haven't came out with any plans yet. They don't know they're going to do daily testing, semi-daily testing. So like they're all left in the dark.
Every time they walked into the practice facility or something.
Yeah, like they don't know they're gonna have preseason games or not. They don't know they're gonna have training camp.
Ah, man. I wish I could say everyone's going to be healthy. All 53 guys on all 32 teams is going to be
there's
healthy.
some already tested positive for corona, so.
Yeah, but in 2
Takes
months from
one
now, it's
guy.
going to be. Yeah,
Takes one guy to just expose a whole locker room.
yeah. A whole game.
And they can't do what the NBA and MLB and MLS is doing in NHL,
it's
have a whole entire bubble for 32 teams with over 50 guys on a team. So.
That would just be ridiculous.
Yeah, they have the biggest locker room out of all of them, so they're gonna have real problems.
If one guy gets corona, the whole entire team might get corona. So, yeah. And then the NFL just came out saying NFL wants $40 million salary cap cut. They propose a cap cut to the NFLPA in a meeting. So each team player costs by $4 million the salary cap or benefit.
They want a $40 million salary cut,
Mm-hmm.
and you said who will benefit?
Any team players who cost by $40 million in salary cap or benefits. That was not they will benefit.
Oh, okay.
So they're trying to cut the salary for this year because
Yeah, they're not making income from getting fans in the stadium or buy merchandise sales from games
the
or
Eagles
whatnot.
not having fans, not letting fans in. So I think most teams will probably follow that.
Yeah. The hard thing is just that football being such a high-risk sport, the players are taking the exact same risk. If they have to take less money for that, they know their value. And, some guys might just not find it worth it, because tackle is could still bust my ACL if I'm playing in front of no fans or if I'm playing in front of 40,000 fans.
I also think it's weird that some stadiums are doing 25% of fans or 25% stadium capacity, and then others are just doing no fans for the whole season. Just
of course, the Eagles had to be early on it or something.
Yeah.
Already counting out any possibility of having fans.
Yeah, that's really annoying.
Okay, so let's switch on to the NBA. So with the NBA having this whole entire bubble, there's already some players leave on the bubble, some for important reasons and some for not important reasons. Like Michael Beasley, he left the bubble for some random thing, and he's not returning to the team. So the Nets have to resign. The Nets have to resign. The Nets have to resign a player. They might sign Justin Anderson, and then we got Dennis Schroeder and Zion leaving for medical reasons. Dennis Schroeder. Girlfriend or wife is pregnant, and Zion's leaving for medical reasons.
Zion will return though.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, they all will return. And then,
just not Michael Beasley.
Zion, I forget. I think someone with his mom.
Yeah. There was a player who left the bubble to get a fast food delivery, and he has to stay 10 days in quarantine. I forget who it was.
Sean Holmes.
Sean Holmes.
Oh. Yeah, he doesn't even play for the Sixers anymore, does he? Where he play?
Kings.
Yeah, it sounds like that.
Yeah, I hear some players are just inviting girls over.
I hear that. It's gonna be a college dorm or something. Yeah. That's the vibe that I'm getting.
It's probably half the players are probably just Sixers players.
Ben Simmons trying to invite
Simmons.
You mean the Suns? You mean Devin Booker and Kelly Oubre?
Oh, Kelly Oubre definitely has so many picks coming.
Yeah, and then Doc Rivers came out with jokes saying how he's gonna use the hotline for every single player in the whole entire league, trying to get LeBron out, trying to get Greg Popovich out. By the time the 2 weeks are done, you'll be the only team left in the NBA. And then, like I said, the hotline's being used. There's
Manny.
What?
Manny, your mic again.
Is that good?
Yeah, it's better.
So the NBA hotline has been used. They have a hotline for protocol violations, and many people think it's Chris Paul using the hotline, the ultimate snitch, and
he is the head of the NBA Players Association, so.
yeah. And and then like one report was on Jimmy Butler for being too loud in his room. And
Messed up.
Yeah, what is this? Like, these are grown men.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. I didn't know they needed someone else. I didn't know they need Chris Paul to look over them. If that is.
I just don't understand it. Like looking at videos and photos on Instagram and TikTok and Snapchat, seeing how like the bubble looks cool to be in there because they have water slides, golf, fishing, they have like everything to please the players, but they're still leaving the bubble.
But do they catch hogs like me?
Yeah.
I saw like
I
this
saw
video.
Wait, are the Magic in the bubble or not?
Yeah, they are in the bubble.
So they were playing golf at the golf course because I saw Mo Bamba post something of them playing golf.
I saw a video of Taco Fall on a bicycle. The joke is supposed to be a tall player on a small bike, but yeah.
That's the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, but I saw a video of Ben Simmons fishing, catch a fish. He was trying to throw the fish back into the ocean, and he still missed.
Oh my gosh. Are you serious, or are you just making a joke about how bad?
It's actually I can't find the video right now, but it was a video of him catching the fish, throwing the fish off, and then throwing back in the ocean, missing it.
Oh my gosh, Ben.
Dude, you're not supposed to throw fish anyway. You respect them. You place them in the water.
Yeah, but I guess he doesn't respect fish.
You're gonna give him shell shock.
So, speaking about Ben Simmons, Brett Brown decided to move Ben Simmons to a power forward.
I like that. I do.
That was probably the best idea he had. I don't know what was the point of putting him as point guard. Like, I don't know, like for like offensive reason or defensive reason. Like teams are still going to switch on him. So like,
what's the point? What's the point of these titles? Like, is he still going to bring the ball up the court?
Yeah, he's still going to bring the ball up the court.
Then what's the point if you call him a power forward? Like, this has been the same thing with LeBron. You know, they call him a small forward, but, you know, I don't even understand why the positions matter in basketball. Like, you have a general idea, and usually it's based off, like, a player's height, basically, you know? But it's kind of stupid in modern basketball because you have more guys like LeBron, more guys like Ben Simmons who are running your team at 6'10".
Yeah. That is a good idea for the Sixers, though, finally. And then Shake Milton at the considered one position. Then the other two, Josh Richardson and Tobias Harris. And then Ben at the 4, 2 good defensive players up.
I like that better. I like that better with Shake Milton in the starting lineup.
Let's see if Shake Milton can prove that he can be a good starting point guard for the Sixers.
Yeah, and stay hot.
I'd rather Shake
matter
Milton
now.
I'd rather Shake Milton start than Al Horford.
Same.
Maybe they would have kept Trey Burke, you know, not Rahu Neto. Like,
doesn't have anything to do with Trey Burke.
I don't know, but I'm just reminding you.
I know. I remember.
Yeah. And then, of course, there's recent videos of Ben Simmons shooting, like always, every offseason, but not actually doing it in the real NBA.
It's like a mental block.
Like,
you know, just pull the shot. There's so many guys in the NFL in the NBA that can't shoot. Like Russell Westbrook can't shoot good. He just pulls it. And then once you pull it, people are going to have to guard you out there.
Like, people still
Lopez is shooting threes nowadays, okay?
Like, people are still guarding Russell Westbrook, like, at top, even though you can't really shoot threes. Shooting, like, 20.
Yeah, he doesn't shoot a very good percentage.
Yeah, like shooting 30%, 23%, like, not good. Like, if he just pulls a shot, people actually start guarding him. But, like, you see people, like, not even guarding Ben Simmons, Like people just double
And the
team.
times that he has shot, he's made it. I wonder what his actual percentage would be if he maybe shot like 4 threes a game.
Or like I'm just asking for him like shoot like at least 3 threes a game, at least 3.
Right.
Like if he's wide open, just pop it. Like don't try driving the paint, do a flashy pass, and turn over the ball.
He doesn't
Like, he
really
does.
turn over the ball like that.
He does.
Maybe
he does.
maybe now he'll be able to make it because there's gonna be no fans and he's used to, hitting threes in these high school gyms and stuff.
Yeah.
So, maybe it'll be right up his alley.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe just get a better coach that can force him to shoot threes, like pressure, like try and make him like shoot threes more in practice and stuff so he can get used to it. Because I feel like Brett Brown is like not really like telling Ben Simmons to shoot more threes and stuff. Like this, not pressure, like not forcing him, but like there's not like just telling him not to shoot threes. Just tell him what he's usually. Just tell him just driving the paint, just do a turnover and stuff. But as you guys know, Brett Brown's not a good head coach.
Yeah,
we
first
know.
guy I'd get rid of.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of Russ Westbrook, like we said earlier, Russell Westbrook came out with Corona. And he didn't left for Orlando yet. He was still home because of family issues and stuff. But this is gonna hurt the Rockets a lot because Russell Westbrook before the season got disrupted, he was having a great season, All-Star. He was like when James Harden was selling, Russell Westbrook was there being consistent, showing that he's not washed up. Like showing that he's still a top 3 point guard in the league.
No.
Russell can ball, yeah, but he,
Top 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's a stretch.
Top 3. Good, like healthy. I got Steph.
How important? The thing is, like, I don't watch the Rockets often, but I assume like most of the time the ball is in James Harden's hand coming up the floor.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just so probably new to him, not having the ball in his hands.
But he's still like putting up great numbers. Like he's having like his best season since like his MVP season.
Is he on pace for like another double-double?
He's not averaging a triple-double, but I think he's averaging at least a double-double.
That's gonna hurt the Rockets a lot, especially when like James Harden goes to take a seat on the bench and Russ is still out there.
Yeah,
that's when Russ is most important.
No one else on the Rockets that can really be like the main scoring option. Like maybe Eric Gordon, but like there's no one else really.
No, but Eric Gordon can't create his own shots.
Yeah,
it's not like when Eric Gordon was like on the Clippers and he was healthy. Like he used to be a baller back in the day, but
yeah,
now he's just a catch and shoot player. But that's gonna hurt the Rockets a lot, and like I say, Russell Westbrook, a top 3 guard in the league.
Guard or point guard?
Point guard.
Okay, that's still debatable.
Okay, who's your top 3?
I can think of one guy at least better than him, and we've seen the evidence.
Yeah,
Dame. Give me Dame.
Steph. Yeah, I was gonna say Dame.
Yeah,
Steph,
yeah, because Dame. Say a naughty word here. Destroyed him in the playoffs.
Yeah, one playoff series after like Russell Westbrook destroyed him multiple times.
Series, not game. One playoff series.
Right.
Not one game.
But like the record against Russell
He
Westbrook.
literally ended OKC right there. He literally said bye-bye. Like,
no, not really end. It just helped. Just give us a little.
You guys into a rebuild.
Well, not really rebuild. We still have a better record than like.
I mean, somehow you're rebuilding and winning, but like the amount of draft picks that you have is
something that the Sixers can never do. But
rebuild. Tell me why we went from 10-72 to a playoff.
But we're rebuilt. We have draft picks and we're winning. Like
you said
the 10-72 seasons were just embarrassing. It was so bad at that point.
How can you even say the Sixers didn't rebuild?
You didn't even see the light at the end of the tunnel when we went 10-72.
Like you guys just rebuild just to get out in the second round, basically. Like get out by the Celtics, get out by the Raptors, like.
Okay, we're gonna make the next step this year.
What, you gonna get out by the Heat or Celtics again?
See, you think we're gonna lose to the Heat or the Celtics, but the Celtics couldn't stop us this year. they're not going to stop us in the playoffs.
Well, like the Celtics started off rough in the beginning of the year, and then now they're Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum's a different beast now.
3 players on their teams averaging 20 points. They're the only team that had 3 players averaging 20 points on their game.
See, they rebuilt their team, and they never were losing.
There was a team that didn't miss the playoffs, but they still rebuilding their team. Got a top 3 pick every year, even though they're in the playoffs.
Because they never had. Tell me when who their worst player was at the lowest of the lows for their rebuild.
They didn't have a low for the rebuild because they did it right, because they got rid of Paul Pierce, KG, and Paul Pierce and KG to the Nets for like all their draft picks for like the next 3 years.
And then you guys,
I don't know. I don't know how you are saying that the Sixers didn't rebuild.
I'm saying that they did. I'm saying like there's a way to rebuild without losing. Like you see the
Thunder
people doing it now. Yeah.
And like you guys didn't do good as drafting players like Okafor and.
Yeah, the thing that sucks for the Sixers is that there were some pretty fucking weak drafts.
And if they probably could try out to be good players if they have good player development on their team. Like only 3 players actually came out good in the players development is Joel, Mattise, and Ben Simmons.
How much better is Ben Simmons than like when he came in?
Just the same player.
I just don't
16
see
points a game.
A level of improvement. I don't see a level of improvement.
You don't see the team getting better. 16.
I see the team getting better, but like Ben Simmons is that same guy.
Half the team be getting better. Like they're currently the 6th seed right now.
This year was kind of a step back for them. I feel like
if
you're gonna go into the 6th
because everyone was getting hurt. It's like the Eagles. It's like the Eagles last year. Everyone was getting hurt over and over again. And that's why we went 9-7 and won.
I remember you guys lost to the Thunder.
Just kidding, dude. Only talks about his Thunder, but never.
Manny, what's next on the agenda?
Okay, so as the Lakers, Rondo got injured, and this is probably going to hurt their team a lot. He's going to be out for, I think, 2 to 4 weeks of a hand injury.
He'll be back. He'll be fine.
And it's the Lakers. I mean, yeah. First of all, they have a good seeding. So anyway, like you're gonna get through the first round fine. Second round might even be another sweep. Maybe not in the West because the West is competitive. But does Rondo start point guard for them? I can't remember the last time I watched. I even watched basketball.
He doesn't even start for them. I think I'm pretty
right.
Sure
so how much does it matter?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like Raul Neto getting a hand injury.
Not Trey Burke getting injured. No, it's Raul Neto getting injured. Raul
Neto. Said that. I just said that, Manny.
Yeah.
It's like Shy Gilgeous-Alexander getting injured.
He's a future All-Star, so.
He's so good, and he's got drip in the tunnel.
Mm-hmm. Like, might be better than Ben Simmons sooner or later, but, if Ben Simmons develops, right? Doesn't keep on averaging 16 points a game. But, but recent news, Oladipo said not Oladipo, but people think that Oladipo might be playing because he's practicing with the team right now in Orlando. But there's problems with his contract because, like, he's still discussing with their contract extension because he's coming off his 4-year contract that he got with the Thunder, and he wants money. And if they don't sign him to a contract, he might leave for free agency, and people think he might be going to the Heat. So you guys think he's going to stay with the team and he might play in the bubble, or you think he's going to leave?
I think he's going to play with the team, but I think he's going to get paid as well. But I just think it's just weird how he's been like the main topic of the past. Like he's been one of the main topics of the NBA in the past couple of weeks about like everything that's going on. Like him not playing now. Oh, but now he's playing. He's back with the team in Orlando. So I don't really understand.
He's just seeing his team out there, and he's like, "Oh, okay, this is something that I want to be a part of."
Because like they built the team good. Like they added Malcolm Brogdon, DeMar DeRozan is the All-Star, Miles Turner.
That's a good
potential
team
with him. Like
for sure.
they add T.J. Warren. Like they're actually building the team right, unlike some teams.
I think he just wants like a handshake deal on the extension because he's coming off the injury. That's his big concern.
Yeah.
And he's like, if we agree that I'm going to get an extension after this, well, then I'll play because, I need those assurances. I'm coming off an injury here to help your team potentially make a run in the playoffs.
But if he does leave, go to
the Heat.
Like that would be
awesome. The Heat are already placing better than the Sixers.
Yeah.
The Heat have also built a nice team down there. Bam Adebayo, Tyler Herro, Jimmy Butler,
Duncan Robinson, Chris Nunn. Like he has a lot of
Duncan
talent.
Robinson, yeah.
Like seeing how they have a better team than the Sixers, but
so crazy. They came out of
Manny,
nowhere.
you're saying the Sixers, like the Thunder's not going to get out in the first round.
And they have one of the best coaches in the league in Eric Spoelstra.
That's true.
Yeah.
And so as you guys saw, like in recent news, like we're talking about the Sixers and all, but like honestly, this is probably like my favorite rookie on this whole entire team, on the whole entire league, besides John Morant. Mattise Thybulle coming out with a vlog showing his experience in the NBA bubble. It's just like everybody been talking about it, like from ABC to NBC, ESPN. Like this is a really popular. He grew to like 80,000 subscribers already, and only uploading 3 videos so far. And it's actually a really quality vlog. So, what are you guys' thoughts about that? How you guys saw the vlog yet?
I haven't seen it. Maybe we need to make it mandatory watching for next week.
Oh, the Sixers fan haven't saw it yet. Wow.
I've been playing too much Play Now Online on 2K with the Sixers.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Ben Simmons so cheesy on the game. Stupid.
Getting all your level 3
Manny,
games in.
Oh, bro, I was using the Suns and you were using the Sixers. So
well, how was the other 2 games?
Oh yeah, when I was the Trailblazers and you was the Lakers.
And then the first one.
Okay, let's not talk about the first one.
Thank you. Hey, but I won every game.
Yeah, you almost lost against the Suns and the Trailblazers, but that first play against you got you jumping, broke the ankles, and then made a shot. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but who won the game?
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
But I think that's all we have for the NBA. I think this is the last thing I have right here. Another, of course, with all the other podcasts, we have another Google presentation, the signature thing here.
I'm ready.
Okay. Do they deserve a professional team? So I give out all these cities out. I'm have all cities, I show their populations, the teams they have, the teams they don't have. So I just want to see you guys' opinions, see if they deserve a professional team. Okay, first city, Austin, Texas.
No, they have so many teams in Texas. You have a Houston team, you have a Dallas team. That's enough to cover your state. You have, and where's the fan base coming from? I mean, besides the people that live in Austin, it's gonna be the closest team to them. But I bet people in the area have had long historical ties to another team. So
it's a little late to add another team in Texas.
Yeah.
Right.
Honestly,
how about you give another state there first before you give Texas their third?
Right.
I see, Austin, as I see, they have a G League there. I see them as having a minor league team there, but not a major professional team in Austin, Texas. Okay, next team, Kansas City. So their population is 490,000, and they have an NFL team and MLB team.
An NBA team might be nice for Kansas City. I'm kind of feeling it. I'm feeling powder blue jerseys, like the old Royals ones. Woo. And they have a good fan base. Their fans really enjoy sports. They show out for good teams.
I don't know. I kind of like the idea that Getch just had with the powder blue, the royal blue jerseys. It's just like they look good on a baseball uniform. I don't know how they look on a basketball uniform, just like a white and blue jersey. But they do have good fans, and I think that one's a possibility. But I don't know if they would do it.
I'll give it the yes. I'll give it the go ahead.
Like I think they deserve a NBA team. That's for sure. Like I was thinking, like I think on 2K they have them like as like one of the like default expansion teams for my league, like Kansas City Knights. That sounds like
I'm finna do that right now. I'm gonna go make them.
Make a powder blue jersey. What's your team name for Kansas City? What do you think their team name should be?
They got the Royals. They got the Chiefs. You know, something like the Kansas City Knights or something. You know, that one sounds good already. Probably because it's like the 2K preset or whatever. But
yeah. So Mexico City, the capital of Mexico, has 8.8 million, and they don't have any professional teams. That's
I don't like this kind of stuff. You know, it's like, oh, we're having the London games and the London series now. NFL and MLB are doing it. That's fine. I guess you're growing the sport in different places, and you have the Mexico game. But like now, we're gonna give Mexico their fully fledged team, and you know the one that they're talking about with Mexico. I mean, they even had the NBA game there last time. But
I think they had an NFL
football
game
team in Mexico. I don't know, man. This is getting kind of ridiculous. Next, it's going to be like first team in London.
Oh yeah. I was just gonna say that London thing. It would be like okay, let's just have a team in London now. But
Let's just have a team in Shanghai now and Abu
yeah.
Dhabi as well. It's the World League now.
I can understand like London and stuff, but professional team has team like NBA, MLB, and NHL all have team in like Canada. So why can't Mexico have an NBA team?
Canada, there's just not as big of a barrier. You know, they speak English there as well, and they're more similar to us, I would say. But Canada doesn't have a football team either, so.
You think they deserve a football team?
No, they got the CFL. That's completely different. It's weird.
Okay, London.
No, I think we just said that. I think we just said that. No, this is getting ridiculous. If you imagine the away advantage that they have, dude. You're setting guys into 8-hour different time zones.
And it takes 2 days. Takes a day to get.
I know, and you don't get those practices because you're missing days traveling. Because it's not like we're flying there tonight, 2 hours overnight. But
that means it'd be the same for a team in London, because it's like you're going from your stadium back home to the US, and then you have to go back, so it's going to be even harder for you. So that team would just be even worse.
And then the time zone too, that's just ruining your whole entire body clock right there.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, Vancouver, Canada. They used to have an NBA team, but they currently have a MLS team and the NHL team.
No, I think they're good. I think basically all of Canada, the way that I understand it, they're kind of Raptors fans. They're kind of already Raptors fans. That's just like Canada's team. And I kind of like it that way. Canada has one team and they can all be behind it.
Yeah.
I saw a clip on Instagram a few weeks ago. It was and it was all the Raptors fans. It was if you have one thing to say to the Warriors, what would you say? And it was them all wishing them good luck and stuff. And it was just funny because we would all be trash talking to each other, but the Toronto Raptors fans are just yeah. What do you think about Steph Curry? Oh, he's a really good player. He's really talented. I think it's just it was just very odd to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can know that Sixers fans won't be like that. The complete opposite.
Philadelphia fans in general.
Mostly Sixers fans. Savages. But as Vancouver, like they used to have an NBA team, got relocated to Memphis. Like it didn't really work out there. Like they didn't have one star. Like the one star they drafted, what was his name? Guy who used to play for the Rockets, but he got drafted by them. Then he went to the airport. Somebody thought he was a rapper and then he asked for a trade, and that's the only star they had besides Brian. And they drafted Bryant Reeves from Oklahoma State. Turned out to be a bust, so haven't worked out for them. So, yeah. Okay, Pittsburgh. They have a team in almost all the professional leagues besides the WNBA and the NBA.
I think if they
I've
added a team
been
in
saying
the
this.
yeah,
They need
the
an
NBA
NBA team.
because then they could they just get one more for the Western Conference. Say that's in the Eastern Conference. Get one more in the Western Conference, and then it's just all
The
balanced
team
out.
will probably be better than the Sixers anyways in the first season.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. But I can see the yellow and black jerseys because all Pittsburgh teams are the yellow and black. So
And this is another team they have on my league with their default teams name. I see the NBA Force. I see I'm not the NBA Force, the Pittsburgh Force, the Pittsburgh Ironman. These are all great names for Pittsburgh.
the Steel City. So something about steel.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure with all of Pittsburgh's team, they won more championships than all the Philadelphia teams. So
Yeah.
Probably.
Seem like the bad PA team out there. Besides the Penguins, I hate the Penguins. Okay, Seattle. They only need an NBA team. They have a team in all the professional teams with the NFL, MLB, NHL, MLS, WNBA.
That would be a good team for the Western Conference.
Mhm.
Say we get a 32 teams in the NBA, and then Pittsburgh's one of them in the East, and Seattle's one of them in the West.
Mhm.
It's like
And there's, just pick up the old Supersonics.
exactly.
Yeah, they definitely they got the way they lost their team. I know I'm a Thunder fan. I'm happy Oklahoma City has a team, but the way they lost their team with Clay Bennett buying their team and wasn't
That doesn't even make any sense. You're not increasing the value of your team from moving it to Seattle to the middle of nowhere, Oklahoma City.
Okay, that's not the middle of nowhere, but you can relax.
I understand when the Rams owner moves them from St. Louis to Los Angeles, he 12 times is the value of his team, but
Yeah. But
maybe St. Louis comes up
he
again.
only bought the team just to move them to Oklahoma City because he was supposed to keep the team there till 2010 because of the stadium, but he didn't feel like buying the stadium, and he wanted to rebuild the stadium, but the city didn't want to rebuild the stadium. So he decided to relocate to Oklahoma, and then you got the Oklahoma City Thunder, the best team out here in the NBA, and then we saw the OKC Big Three, and then the downfall of the Big Three, but that's not
the huge downfall of the.
Then
Big
the downfall of the dynamic duo, and then just Russ by himself, then another dynamic duo, and then that broke up.
Yeah. Oh, don't forget Carmelo on the team.
How could that team be so good?
Injuries, a lot of injuries on that
So,
team.
my argument is what you're saying.
Oh,
Exactly.
well, at least we proved that we can be in the NBA Finals, unlike the Sixers.
You're also proved to blow. Gets you're muted.
Yes, you're muted.
We can't hear you. Or the 3-1 leads.
Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, the 3-1 leads. That hurt a lot.
So, they were up 3-1 in 2016. That's what I was gonna say. That's despicable. And then Kevin Durant leaves. That is so snake-like. You've had 3 games to win 1 to make it to the NBA Finals, dude. And you're gonna leave to the team that beat you. That is so soft. So soft.
Yeah. like it's like people like comparing it to like how LeBron left Cleveland, but like it's the complete opposite. Like
It's not the same.
I always saw this like meme saying like LeBron joined his friends to win a championship, while KD joined his enemies to win a championship. Like
Right.
complete two different things. Like,
And LeBron didn't get beat by the Heat. He got beat by the Celtics every year, so he went
Yeah.
to the Heat to make a team that could beat the Celtics.
yeah, but Seattle, they need an NBA team. The way they got robbed is just
By the
wrong.
garbage Thunder.
Not garbage. Like maybe we should just relocate Philadelphia.
Who needs a team in Oklahoma City? It's not even a
Yo.
big market.
If you relocate a team in Philadelphia,
Actually,
Riots.
that would be the dumbest thing anyone could do in sports in
Yeah, we got one of
That's
the
true.
biggest markets here.
the
Yeah.
U.S.
honestly, maybe next presentation I should like make a presentation of cities that don't deserve a professional team.
Like Oklahoma City has to be on that list, though.
No, we're not putting that on the list.
Like, what a random place to put a
Okay.
team.
No, not St. Louis.
St.
Not
Louis? They
Nope.
used to have NFL
They deserve
team.
a football team.
They deserve a football team.
They're such a great sports city. They show out to their MLB. They show out to their NHL. I think they deserve their football team back.
Not an NBA team though.
Not an NBA team. That has no historical precedent.
Yeah. But they have an MLB, they have an NHL team, but they definitely
Same.
deserve an NFL team. The way they lost their team to LA.
You're saying
That
the
was-
Rams do too? The St. Louis Rams? They have a historical besides being hot garbage.
Uh-huh.
No, but like at least the football team has been there before.
Yeah.
I gotcha. It's just like
The
Weird.
concept is proven. Like St. Louis
yeah.
goes out to their football games. Proven concept.
As
not
long
like-
as I can remember, I remember the Rams being garbage in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Started
Even-
getting good in
Yeah. They're
Few
done
years
now.
ago.
They had their one season. Now they have salary cap hell.
yeah. Like the Chiefs are going too soon.
Yeah, they just signed Chris Jones, right? And
Yeah.
Where are they getting all the money? They just turned the salary cap off on the Madden franchise.
Yeah.
They turned the salary cap off.
Okay, so Las Vegas. They have an NHL team, they have a minor league team, and they have the WNBA team.
And they're getting the NFL team. What is up with all the moves to Las Vegas? I
forget
guess
that.
it's because betting is becoming more mainstream now. There was always a problem, like a conflict, like oh, we're gonna put a team in Los Angeles. Certainly, going for corruption and all that. But betting is becoming mainstream now. Like you're gonna betting shows are popping up. You're gonna start seeing them talk about it on the broadcast and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's always becoming more mainstream. That's why they're gonna move more teams to Las Vegas. I don't need an NBA team in Las Vegas or something though. Like I don't know.
We don't need any.
I feel like-
in Las Vegas.
I feel like teams in Las Vegas, like I feel like players can be really distracted if they play in Las Vegas. Like players like James Harden, as you guys see, like him. Like I think 2012 when the Thunder was in the finals, James Harden left to go to a strip club before a game, and as you guys saw in the finals, he didn't play as good. And does this a lot during the playoffs too. And against the Spurs, he went to the strip club, and that's when he had his worst playoff game ever. So yeah. And also he has his jersey retired in the strip club for spending like $100K.
Oh my gosh.
Paul likes playing GTA a little bit too much.
Man's at the vanilla
Vanilla
unicorn.
Okay, Louisville.
I don't know. They're a good college city too. So they have good college sports. I think they're fine with that.
I kind of feel like they deserve like an NFL team or an NBA team because I can see like them having a good NBA team there, and they have like not like they're a small, like they're like a medium market. They have 600,000 of the 600,000 people
Like
living there.
residents. Yeah,
Yeah.
but they already have the University of Louisville. like they're taking it up all of it.
Yeah.
You know,
That's true.
that school has a good football team. That school has a good basketball team. School has a good baseball team.
Well, I feel like the state of Kentucky. Like I feel like that's one state that kind of deserves a team there. Like a good NBA team. There's
They
like,
love their college sports. They have University of Louisville and they have the University of Kentucky.
Yeah. You can also say the same thing about Alabama. How like it seemed like they'll be a good place.
I don't see any calls from Louisville like, oh, we need sports. We need sports around here. Like we're clamoring for sports.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Omaha.
No. You don't need a team in Nebraska, my dude. I think you're fine with like just Green Bay representing that whole area. That's probably fine.
Yeah.
Why would we add in more small markets?
Okay, Virginia Beach.
Interesting concept, but I don't know.
I don't know.
I can see an NBA team in Virginia.
Yeah, I could see.
Like,
I could see an NBA team.
like
Not
Will was saying earlier, like have one team in the West, one team in the East. I see Virginia can be that one team in the East since like adding Pittsburgh, but they already have a team in Pennsylvania. Like
Yeah.
It's gonna be like, are they gonna have an energized fan base? Because or is it just gonna be a bunch of old retirees down at their beach houses? I don't think the people at Virginia Beach have enough things to do besides go watch sports.
Yeah. Okay, Toronto. They already have. The only thing they need is an NFL team and a WNBA team.
I think they should get a WNBA team. That'd be great for them.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Not an NFL team though.
No, keep NFL in America. We don't need like NFL is the only one that doesn't have sports teams outside of America. They can have a WNBA team for all that
that would definitely bring in more viewers and
having the WNBA in Canada bring a lot to the WNBA, and
that might be the thing they need.
Mm-hmm.
WNBA finna take off after that.
Yeah. Okay, Philadelphia. The only thing they need is a WNBA team.
See, I've been asking for this for a long, long time.
Honestly, I've
always said
we
need a WNBA team. I'm always so bored with all the sports that we have around here, all the teams that are, good at their sports. I've always said the last thing that we're missing is a WNBA team. Then we're a real sports city.
I would like to go down to Philadelphia see
and professional lacrosse. We need professional lacrosse as well.
No professional lacrosse.
I'm obviously kidding. Like
the NBA team.
I think we do have professional lacrosse. Just nobody knows that it exists. You probably see their star player bagging your groceries at Wegmans.
Okay, I think this is the last one. Oklahoma City / Tulsa.
Look how much research he does on the Oklahoma City.
He's so biased. He's still
biased.
I'm not biased. Okay, little. But
they don't need an NFL team.
They have a higher population than most cities, 64.
No, they don't. Not than most cities.
Okay,
look how he includes two cities, man.
I saw three.
They have a higher population than Las Vegas, higher population than Pittsburgh.
Manny, I've seen 4 or 5 that have had more than Oklahoma City at least. In your presentation.
Needs an NFL team.
No,
they don't. There's so many good places that could get an NFL team.
Oklahoma City TV market ranks 41st in the U.S. behind Las Vegas, higher than Jacksonville, New Orleans, and Buffalo.
Wow. 41st. Right. They need an NFL team.
They need an NFL team. I'm saying Oklahoma. They used to have an AHL team. But they have an ECHL team and minor league baseball they have minor league baseball for Oklahoma City Dodgers and the Tulsa Drillers. And they have an NBA, they have an NBA and a G League team. And there's proof that that a professional team will work in Oklahoma, as you guys see with the Thunder, with probably the best fans in the whole entire US of A.
You're so biased.
They don't need an
NFL. They don't.
Look how hard he went on the presentation for Oklahoma City.
For what? Look, notice how he did Philly right before it too. Yeah, exactly. He goes, look at this. Only need a WNBA team. Now go. Sports teams. Oh, you could have named the sports teams: the Philadelphia Eagles, the Philadelphia 76ers, the Phillies, and the Flyers, right? Then you could have gone with like the what's that? What's it called? The indoor football league.
Oh my gosh,
Philadelphia Soul.
they're like the best.
They are the best. But
They're
but
better
then
than the
like,
Sixers.
the indoor football team is better than the Sixers.
Yeah.
Whatever. We're outvoting you 2-1. We're not giving a
Now
football
we're
team to
Oklahoma City.
I think this is one of the last places that the NFL is looking.
I'm saying we deserve a team. Like
Number 41 in the
if
U.S.
Kansas
What are the-
City can,
what are the
if
other
Kansas
teams?
City can get a team,
Manny,
why
Manny,
can't
listen, Manny,
Oklahoma
listen
can?
to me. Manny, listen to me.
Yeah.
Ranks 41st in the U.S. Who's in front of them that we're missing right now?
Right.
Positive.
I'd like to know that because we probably have plenty of cities that are ranked ahead of them that also don't have one.
Exactly.
I'm
Because
saying
there has to be, because if 40, there's not 40 teams in the league. There's not 40 teams in the NFL. So what are the eight or nine? Because there's probably more actually. There's got to be like
I'm just saying if
I mean,
Kansas
some of
City,
these NFL teams are ranked outside.
if Kansas City can
Yeah.
get a team, we deserve a team.
I don't
But then-
understand the TV market ranks. You know,
that also
I don't think-
includes the same state, like Philly and Pittsburgh and Florida, all the Florida teams, and
Because most most people like Oklahoma is also considered as a college area where they have Oklahoma University and Oklahoma State. But
yeah. Wait, Manny.
Mhm.
You know, I don't think the TV market ranks are necessarily indicative of how good of a fan base you have, because Buffalo's here at 53. Maybe they just, don't watch television as much, but they actually show out to the games and tailgate and go crazy for their team.
but the NBA, but the Thunder games are just crazier. You know what I'm saying?
No, Bills
That's
fans
one
over
city.
Thunder fans.
We need a team.
Emmanuel, the Saints are always one of the best teams in the league every single year, and they're 50th.
What is up with these TV market ranks?
Hey,
Probably just how many people own a television or something, or like watch.
Oh, you know what'd be
Jeopardy
good
or
actually? You
NBA.
know what'd be better than a place in Oklahoma City?
what?
A team in Alaska.
Dude, I hear Alaska ranks like 25th TV market rank.
Okay,
Because
okay.
they're all inside all day watching TV.
Hawaii. You could put a place
travel's
like
too hard.
Hawaii, but
That's a tough away game.
yeah, but it's just like putting in London to the presentation. Like you could have put Hawaii in there. You could have put,
That's true.
and it's in the U.S.
Technically.
Yeah, but like they can't really put Hawaii because like as you guys see with traveling problems, like 3 hours time.
3 hours
time.
from San Francisco.
Yeah.
And that'd be the
Yeah.
closest.
So, but I think that's pretty much it. You guys got something for Forza racing this weekend or no?
Yep. Hungarian Grand Prix this weekend. They're moving to a different track now. Me and Micey are watching it. This one I feel like is going to be a banger. So they're doing the free practice right now. And Micey, this will shock you a little bit. It was raining today, and Ferrari finished at the top of the time charts in practice, even though they've been having such a bad season. They just added some upgrades to their car. So
Ferrari ended in
ended
first?
fastest in free practice. Teams are
That's
practice
pretty good.
isn't necessarily indicative of qualifying pace and race pace.
Yeah.
But some teams are trying different things in practice. But this track is different than the Austrian track where we've been at the past 2 weeks, as it's less about top speed and it's more about downforce and your car sticking to the track and having grip and traction,
Yeah.
which means historically it's played more into Red Bull's hands. But also historically it's been one of Lewis Hamilton's best tracks as a driver. He's won it like 8 or 9 times.
That's my
Yeah.
pick, Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, he just won the race last week, Manny.
Still
the
second in
Wow.
the championship though.
He's going
Behind his teammate.
Yep, I'm for everybody that's not Lewis Hamilton right now. I could see a Red Bull winning this race, and I could see a Ferrari being a little shocking.
kind of like I see an NFL team in Oklahoma
City. Yeah.
Whatever. It just doesn't even involve Oklahoma City, and somehow he just spoons it in there.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right. Always, like, every time
Or
talking about
he
something.
takes a jab at the Sixers. Somehow he just gets it in there.
Yeah.
Just has to. No reason. Like, he's at football practice on the defensive line. He's like, so you saw the Sixers game last night, eh?
Yeah, they lost by 30 points to the Thunder.
Manny, are you
He's
being
talking
a
to-
defensive tackle or are you being an edge rusher?
I think defensive tackle.
So he's
Okay.
talking to the center. He's like, Sixers lost by 20 last night. What's good? Team in Oklahoma City.
Dude, he's gonna get in his head.
By talking about the Thunder and the Sixers.
Okay, so I think that's pretty much all we have right here. We got the race coming on this week. Is it tomorrow or
Tomorrow.
Sunday? Yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow is the qualifying.
Well,
in the
for them,
morning.
for them, tomorrow is today. So sorry.
What? Yeah, they are. They're 8 hours ahead, I think.
Mhm. Oh wait,
Should-
okay.
okay.
Just came in right now. Dan Snyder just released a statement. Washington owner supports unbiased investigation by team hire attorneys following the sexual harassment allegations. Your thoughts?
Yeah, we already talked about this topic, and we said,
Yeah.
the thing that's surprising is that Dan Snyder hadn't said anything already. But, now he's come out a little bit late, probably pressured into it, probably didn't want to actually say anything.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta be glad that
yeah.
your team has good ownership, like Jeffrey Lurie.
So last podcast.
No, dude,
Yes.
we can
We gotta wait. We gotta
at
wait.
least yeah, we gotta wait because some
Andrew-
things are in the works right now.
Something.
Andrew hasn't held up on his side of the
Oh
bargain
yeah,
either.
that's true. But you guys think we should do something like that again, where we have a fun little challenge and the losers have to do embarrassing things?
Yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah. I don't really know what we should do next. Maybe Kahoot or something. I might have to compete in one of these things. And so, probably.
Maybe I'll just take myself out of the risk and I'll be a host for once.
Yeah. I'll destroy all of you guys, but
That's such a lie.
I have more NBA knowledge than everybody. I have good
Not
NFL
NFL.
knowledge.
Don't even say
I
NFL.
have good NFL knowledge.
Oh,
Decent
no,
NFL
no,
knowledge.
no.
Okay, I have
Mattise got you in NFL.
nothing in the MLB. I got nothing in
I
MLB.
got MLB easy.
Okay, I can ask my dad about the Premier League soccer and stuff.
Yeah, you got me in that for sure.
Yeah, and then NHL, I know some stuff about the NHL. If I don't, I'm just gonna ask Gritty.
No, I'll have Gritty in my ear. I'll FaceTime. I'll be like, who was the leading scorer in goals in 2017? And then Gritty will just be like,
How many career goals did Wayne Gretzky have? I said 40 a season's probably good, so he probably has 300 something.
Yeah.
And then
It was
man said
890.
900.
But
Yeah, I'll have
honestly, I
Gritty in
think
my ear.
if we just do something about NBA, I'm just gonna win. No competition.
Maybe we need to test
Okay.
that theory.
Do something in the NFL then.
you
Actually,
know-
if Getz wants to be in the NBA one, I'll make it. If Getz would like to challenge you on that NBA one, I would make it.
You guys
Oh,
even know
gosh.
you guys even know who Alex English is?
Nope.
I've heard that
exactly,
name, but-
exactly. So my NBA knowledge is better than all you guys. You guys can't even tell me who Alex English is. You think you're gonna
But can you tell me all the historic stuff? I know I could be like, yo, Getz, what's this? And then you go bang.
Yeah.
all about the championships and stuff. I know.
I remember okay, so the earliest championships I know was 1978, and that's when the Washington Bullets. No, that's when the Seattle Sonics beat the Washington Bullets, and the Washington Bullets beat the Seattle Sonics. Then Lakers beat Sixers, Sixers beat Lakers, Lakers beat Sixers, Celtics beat Lakers. Yeah, so on and so on.
So if I just give you a random year in between those, you got it? 2004.
2004 was the Pistons beat the Lakers.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh wait.
That's
Spurs
serious.
Spurs beat the Pistons. Because that was 2003 when the Lakers beat the Pistons.
Yeah.
Lakers.
You already
Okay.
got it wrong though, so there's no.
It was it was like 2004 is like 2003 to 2004 or 2004 to 2005. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, Manny.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that would be fun for Gets. I would not have fun losing in the NBA like that. But the NFL, man, if you want to do like an NFL thing, like
I might have to accept the challenge.
Okay.
Probably, like speaking of like NFL, like Oklahoma deserves.
I'm leaving the call.
Okay, so that's all for the podcast. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, turn this notification on, comment down below. Follow us on TikTok if you guys listen from Apple Podcasts. Oh, speaking about Apple Podcasts, 33% of our listeners are from Apple Podcasts. So, like, if you're listening from Apple Podcasts,
shout out Apple Podcast.
Give us 55. Not 55. Give us 5 stars. Subscribe to us. Spotify, follow us. And
I don't think you're missing anything. Yeah.
Other podcasts. Oh, follow us on TikTok, of course. Don't Touch the Pod before TikTok gets banned. So I think that's all for right now. Make sure you guys, sign the petition for Oklahoma City Thunder. Oklahoma City deserves a NFL team. And I think that's all. You guys got anything else?
Nope.
I have nothing.
Okay. Oklahoma deserves a team, and we're out.